I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, Fox, I think you did all your dailies. You've used all your resin. You don't really have anything else to do besides go get started. But then it feels weird. It's like, oh, we're already ready to get started? I guess all the just chatting ends as soon as Fox remembers how to start the mission. All right, which one is hers? Wasn't Woodland Encounter. Golden Slumber. Nope. Nope. The story of the princess and the adventure. Why does that scare me? Nope. Wait, did I not? I think. Okay, wait, no. I think I go to story quests. Okay, you guys. Yeah, you guys can judge me on this one, actually. I have a ton of story quests that I still haven't done. And I deserve to be judged. Hey, Gemini Okra, how's it going? I really want to do Chiori's, I'm not going to lie. So, we might have days where I'm just like, hey guys, you want to do some of these story quests? Wait, I didn't do Nuvalet's yet? Or Farina's? Or Risley's? Really? I knew I hadn't done Nahita's second one. Thank you for the follow, your daily reminder. You may or may not run into issues with conflicting quests. Oh my god, please roll out. They really need to make it to where enable focused experience mode. I need them to retroactively add this to all of the story quests. I'm begging them to do so. Either that or I need to take a day where I just come on stream and we clear every world quest. So there's possibly not a conflict. Because I think as long as I don't unlock the other quests, we should be fine. When the hearth flame goes out, enable focused experience mode. Enable. No, not actually in one day. I realize it's gonna take more. I realize it's gonna take more than a day.
Maybe we should head over.
But I just mean like. I'm sorry, Paimon, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm probably one of the few people that would apologize to Paimon for interrupting her. Because sometimes she actually says good things. Wait, Sataki, are you saying they have added that to the other story quests? Was once walking... Oh my god, I hate that. One thing that always used to suck and made it really hard for streaming on Genshin sometimes was that I would be like, oh, I'm gonna save this event quest, some of these event quests for a day, or save these story quests for a day.
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, you can do it now. It's a part of the new update. But I would keep walking into the start of the quests by accident every single time. And it was like, well, now I kind of don't want to stream this. I don't want to start stream in the middle of a quest.
Paimon knows that voice.
Also, can you guys hear the voice audio just fine? I'm not quite used to the compressions I've put on basically the game and on browser, so... Hey, it's Lenny! It's everyone's favorite magician boy. And kind of our only magician boy.
Turns of phrase at the moment. This appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two.
Let me know if I need to turn the game sounds up.
Really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
I just love how we say that.
Wait, Paimon's
Poisson!
right. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
I gotta know,
Really, the entire organization has moved to Poisson?
Is Brody still streaming? I gotta admit, I think I ended... I don't know. I started getting rid of Discords that I wasn't in a lot, so it was like, since I wasn't really using his Discord, I left. Oh! Okay. Can you not just randomly show up, like, right behind us, Arlecchino?
You're here.
It is Arlecchino, isn't it? Or is it Arlecchino? It's one of the two, and I always forget. But please don't do that. I jump scare easily. But has Brody been streaming?
We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
I don't remember unfollowing him on
No need
Twitch,
to
and I
be
never see
nervous.
him
I
live,
could
but he
sense
might
your
also just be
genuine
live when I'm at
concern
work,
from
so
your
that's why I don't see it.
conversation just now. Of course, I can also
Twitch might have been
understand
doing
your
a Twitch thing where they made me
confusion.
unfollow for
Sending so
some
many
reason.
Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect
Aw.
an ulterior motive to be involved.
We still have our reservations about your organization. You know, the organization that raises orphan children to become spies,
I understand.
assassins,
I'm well aware
mercenaries.
you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however,
Why is she so damn
I would
hot?
say we have little reason to be
Like,
at
I'm not
odds
usually
with
like this, but
Chipri.
it's like,
The House of the Hearth could stand to be more
damn.
open
I get
with
why
those who
people
have
were
worked so
simping for
closely with
her
us in
for
the
so
past.
long.
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all
I think
stems
honestly
from
a big part of it
certain
is the white and black
rumor
hair
circulating
is
around the
very
House of the Hearth.
fetching, and the fact that
It's
she
an
sticks with that
internal
motif through
matter.
most of her color palette
What
is amazing.
Sort of rumor.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Phantom child? Did someone kill Tartaglia and didn't tell us? Because if so, I would have helped them hide the body.
A phantom child.
Oh boy.
Ooh, just hearing the name is giving
Oh,
me
I just know the Tartaglia stands are gonna
Spirit
come
that
after
should
me
have
for that
long
one.
ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
You would have been my lawyer?
Really,
Nice.
I'll leave you
Perfect
to
team.
entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
I gotta ask, did you guys see Arlecchino's video? The one that was basically full anime style? Oh my god, that thing was so beautiful. I saw it by accident because I was watching a video by someone else and it auto played on
It's
me.
been a dream of mine to invite you to
So
our home
I'm just
and
like,
introduce you to my other siblings.
it was so good.
You're
And I was
quite
like,
well
I kind of
known in
wish
the
I had
organization
done a
already.
reaction video
A lot
of it.
People have been talking about you,
But it was
especially
so
after
damn
everything with
amazing.
the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
What if I don't want to have a chat with you?
We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Hey, that's not true, Paimon. We could go explore the rest of the region. You know, finally unlock all the teleport waypoints. Find all the domains. We have plenty of stuff to do besides hang out with Magician Boy over here.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the
No need to
locals
make
with
us
some
sound
fishing.
like, you know, we're a bunch of
bring in quite the
layabouts.
bounty every
We are,
day.
but you don't have to make
In
us sound
fact,
like it.
Today's the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll
Actually,
take you to where we're
me
staying.
realizing that we have a ton of stuff that we still have to do makes me sound even more like a layabout, because it makes me sound like I have a heap of stuff to do, but I'm too lazy to be bothered to do it. Which is exactly true. There is no winning in this situation. This was a lose-lose scenario, guys. Just forget everything I said within the last minute and a half, I think. Oh boy. Fox thinks he's clever, and then he just
We rented this house from
traps
one of the
himself.
locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks. So, where are we off to now?
Isn't that the building we
Well,
trapped
when I happened to run into you two earlier,
Purina in?
I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
Or we could let him do it by himself.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the
Is it just
house,
me, or
we
does
can take a
Paimon's
good look at
voice
how you
Is it just been so long since I've heard
Well, you're
Paimon's
more than
voice, but it
welcome to come
always
along.
sounds different
Just
every time I
follow me.
come back to the game. Like, it's not any worse, but it kind of feels like when I come back, it suddenly has a better quality to it. And I think there are so many people who are going to be like, Fox, are you high? Like, have you been smoking stuff again? I promise I'm not. Maybe. I admit to nothing.
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies.
Chapeau.
I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go.
What kind of supplies did you need that could be literally
Something
carried in the
helped you out?
palm of one person's hand?
It's the Traveler and Paimon.
No way!
We are, in fact, the Traveler, and that is Paimon.
The Traveler and Paimon are here!
I think there's too. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I think there's too much of a
Please,
delay
don't
between
crowd around them all at
between audio
once. We
lines.
don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright!
Okay, there we go.
Gotta say,
That's pretty
Paimon
good.
didn't realize we were this famous.
I guess it's the difference of like when a main character's speaking, or if there's some kind of action they want to take. But it just kind of feels
told us about how you helped
awkward
Linny.
between the
According to her,
various
we're
lines and
trustworthy
actions.
friends. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Well, you're not wrong.
Clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days!
Okay, you're wrong.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool
That one
at
about
all.
Paimon is very wrong. She could clear out the entire hotel in 1 day. Hey, thank you for the follow, Not Too Smart. Welcome to the Fox gang.
When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
I mean, you don't necessarily have
Something
to.
like that. Besides, we don't have
Like,
anything to give to you.
if I had to give a guest a gift
Come
every
on,
time they came by to visit,
I can give you some of my
I'd be
potions.
broke.
Just
And it's
give them
like,
poison.
and if somebody just pops by unexpectedly, what are you supposed to do?
I've got both.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super
Is
good
there a
at it.
dial?
He's never
Is there a
been
reading
caught.
log? Because I know I did not just read that little girl saying she has poison. Did anybody else see that, or am I just? I need to go back because I'm like, did that little girl literally just tell us? Do you need medicine or poisons? I've got both.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on.
I know that the House of the Hearth is openly a place for raising child soldiers, but holy shit.
Go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Can I call CPS on Arlecchino?
After effects. So I'm not quite as
Actually,
good as I was before,
knowing Arlecchino,
but
she'd have
I can still
CPS
give
in
you
her
some
pocket.
pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Oh.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach them a lesson for
What
you.
the hell?
All right,
These kids
folks,
are
so long.
psychotic.
I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's
I'm
the thought that
sorry.
counts.
What
You
the
don't need a
hell?
physical gift to make our guests happy.
What
In
nice
fact,
kids.
pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm.
Yeah, sure.
has
Nicest kids
certainly
I've
come
ever met.
across.
We definitely. I don't know about love, but I definitely feel something. I feel
It's been
scared.
so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
Guess.
Yeah,
Why does guests to
especially
play
if it's
with
poison
sound
or
so
something.
fucking
I've got
ominous in this
all sorts of
situation?
potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to
Uh-huh.
distribute.
All right, see you later.
I'm terrified now. I have never been. I am officially terrified of children now. Bye! Waves awkwardly and then runs the other direction.
About all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
What the fuck? He's a psychopath! I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling here. I'm like, holy shit!
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to
Okay, now
test them
that's
in secret.
terrifying.
You really have
That
to
is
keep an
actually
eye on that
terrifying.
one.
She has potions that the super dangerous criminal organization runner is actually like, no, you can't make these potions. And she still makes them and tries to test them on people. Nope, that girl is actually somewhat more terrifying than the little boy.
Chapeau is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for
I am now
collecting
very, very
intelligence,
terrified
he
of the
handles
House of the Hearth.
surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Uh-huh. Well, Lenny, you have certainly surrounded yourself with some interesting characters that I would very much like to never meet again. Thank you very much.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
Wow, these two had a
It's
much
nice to
calmer
meet you.
reaction than
I
the other
heard you've
group.
traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Yep.
Of course, we're making our way all
Wouldn't,
across to
wouldn't it be
that.
funny if some of these characters were meeting? It's like we met them while they were disguised
for
as
you.
while they were in Fatui
You
garb.
must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now.
And if
then.
that's the case,
Have
it's
you
like,
seen the
hey
new
guys,
opera
we
that
probably
started
kicked your
running
asses a
recently?
few times ago.
I think it's called The 4,000 Thieves.
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
The 4,000
And
Thieves.
there's the Blind Maiden, too.
Hmm.
That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Wait, how is the audience going to interact with a play?
After this mission is over,
Are they going to act out a visual novel and then be like, okay, audience,
Maybe
you
I
get
should
to
dye my
decide
hair."
by vote. What path shall the
Wonder how
hero
much it'll
take?
cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others?
Paimon,
Looks like the House of
I
the
think you're
Heart has
speaking a
some
little
loyal
too
members after
early.
all.
Give it a second.
I heard that.
Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
Oh, what
That's
plan?
enough, Filial.
No, Lenny, let her keep talking.
Don't talk about family members behind their back.
No, let her
right?
keep talking. What is this about a plan?
Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Did we just get asked out on a date? Sorry, man. You're not my type.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Where are we heading back
They
to?
didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for
Right.
now.
We're only here as guests after all.
Oh,
Lenny,
I guess
things
we
to
should have
go far
answered we
ahead.
shouldn't
Come on, let's
pry.
catch up.
I hate false options. It's like, I wonder what else we would have said. Ozzy's. Oh, look, cats. Sorry. The cats were important. Whoa, oh, Okay. I just... Wait, hold on. What? Noella was just hanging there. I was like, I just ran there because I thought there was a stairwell.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
I swear I don't do that in real life. I don't know. I don't just run for like an edge of a building thinking there's a set of stairs. I promise.
And independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
Well, I see that.
Probably get cooking. Want to join?
Of course!
Then
My
let's
dear
head
friend
out.
Lenny, we are a master chef.
Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well,
Fremine, nice to see
Is Fremine not allowed to be here or something? I thought you were all staying here.
you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth.
Yes, this is in fact what's happening.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Yeah, I
Were
can
you
tell,
looking for
Paimon.
something
I
just
could
now,
hear that in
Fremine?
your voice.
Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for?
Wow.
You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So
Is he
what's
not
this
allowed to
all
have a
about?
snack?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion.
That is a
because I get
horrible,
hungry at
horrible
night.
lie from an A.
Could be because
Could you
I'm
not come up
growing,
with something
you
better?
know?
What are you doing? It's
And-
fishy.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going
Did
on.
anyone else hear that, like that
Is it
blip
really
in the
bad enough
audio
that
just
you
for
have
a
to keep
second?
from
It was
your only
like
brother?
the audio just kind of skipped for a little bit of a second. I can't tell if that's my computer or maybe that's something that might be on everyone's end.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do
Fremine, if
with
you're hiding
Father?
something from your father, I would really recommend you come out and spill it. Because otherwise,
Just
you're
follow
doomed.
me.
Someone needs assistance.
I'm not so sure how I feel about getting involved in this mess. Specifically wanting to state, can I not get involved? Arlecchino scares me.
You're back. Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Well, they look familiar.
My name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Lenny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
There are so many. I wonder how many people
It's
did
nice
not
to meet
watch the
you.
trailer and don't know who this person is.
That name ring any bells, Lenny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she
Oh my
managed to
gosh.
sneak in. She must be the
They are-
phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone.
Why?
I've just been.
Is there an actual
keeping
reason
her
to keeping her hidden?
For how long?
About half a month.
Oh, wow.
Ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Why?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that.
Why?
Lenny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
I'm pretty sure that hearing voices in the middle of the night is not a good thing.
Her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth.
I mean,
I don't think
okay.
there's any other possibility.
I still don't...
If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought.
But why
that's
not...
what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows.
I'm still lost. Why have you not said anything? It's like, okay, she helped you. But...
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
Alright, I guess that's fair. You don't know a lot,
So
so
what's
you're
your
trying to
plan
figure out
then?
more about the
You can't
situation.
keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also
Now, this just
don't want to
seems
put
really
Clairvy
stupid.
in danger.
Come with me.
Okay.
There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Uh-oh. Ferminet's in trouble. I'm like, is that a chest over there hidden, or is that a grill?
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I
Really?
just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Oh, well, this just got
I'm
creepy.
Sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met.
Aww.
I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine.
Yeah, Ferminet, you
stood
kind
by
of
each other
messed
for
up.
all
You
these
basically
years now,
trampled
and to
on this man's affections
means
for you.
more than blood.
You're his brother.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can.
That's
help
really
it.
nice. Like, I don't know many blood relatives that would go this far for their siblings.
Check on them.
And yet you have these two who are even closer than most actual real life families.
Oh, it's raining.
I think that's sweet. But now, Paimon, no sneaking up on them, no spying on their conversations. That's
We
rude.
aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or...
And if we are, get right back to it. I'll record.
You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Lenny just kind of
Everything's
smacked him one.
fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right?
True, it does
We've been
depend
through so
mostly
much
on like what
together,
kind of
so
lifestyle they grew
if
up
there's
in.
anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
But sometimes having
fact,
guests around can come in
might be
handy.
better if you're
And
staying
sometimes
under
having
here.
guests around when you're watching a family dispute can be some of the most awkward shit ever.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
Like, no
When
offense.
guests are around,
I find
families
it
are
very
often on
awkward
their
when it's
best
like I'm watching
behavior.
someone else's business.
And
I'm like,
disputes are
okay, I
less
need to get
likely
out of
to
here.
escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior, and any disputes are less likely to escalate. Yeah, sure. That's exactly what I'm saying. No, that was not at all what I was saying, but sure.
I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this.
Lip flaps went bye-bye.
From now on, I'll protect
Is he
you
actually
like my life
talking? Is he
depends on
speaking
it.
to us telepathically?
Me
Is he
too.
just thinking all of the words that he's saying?
Back to the matter at hand then.
Sorry,
If
it's
we
just
don't
like the
plan on
mouth
handing
not
Clary
moving.
over to Father,
It's weird.
Then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able
Chat,
to
I have a
track her
question for
down.
you. Have you ever met people who
That
like
means
watch
finding out
anime
where she
and
came
then
from
for
and
some
what
reason
she's
are like,
doing here.
oh, I don't like
Then
anime
we
because
can
it's
send her
really
on her
dumb that
merry
the
way
lip
and
flaps
pretend
don't
like none of
match.
this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
I'm like, what are you expecting? These are cartoons, they're not real people. And second of all, the show was originally made by a non-English speaking
really far
country.
away, but-
What were you expecting?
After some time, she just reappeared.
Although I guess to be fair,
She even came with us all the way to
abridged series do
Poisson.
very well with the English lip
It
flaps.
seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Well, typically spirits come from dead people. So if she's a member of the House of the Hearth and a spirit, she must have died as a member of the House of the Hearth.
Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, we probably heard it from Hu
Well,
Tao.
sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need
Don't
you to
do
promise
shit
me
like
that
this
will
again.
Stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
If it finally comes
course.
into play, I am the one behind everything.
All right. Then let's seal the promise.
Then
just
you
like
two
when we
can't
were
be
kids.
punished.
Fist bump on 3. Ready?
Oh no, not the Naruto
1,
fist
2,
bump.
3.
I swear.
She said, "How dare you fist bump without me?" Yeah. That is amazing. Oh man, I knew Lynette was gonna become a part of this because the opening trailer shows her. But that was literally the best entrance of the game.
But what a surprise!
Oh,
What brings you here,
I
dear
absolutely
sister?
love it. Somebody's in trouble.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Probably. Honestly speaking, so Lynette has full on learned from Arlecchino on sneaky entries the whole time.
You're an idiot, brother.
Ooh.
And you too, Fremine.
I'm sorry, this is great. This is absolutely
You three
great.
Traveler, and you 4, Paimon.
What did we do?
Wait, what did we do?
Yeah, thank you,
I've seen
Paimon.
Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding.
Chat, what did we do?
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Traveler and Paimon are completely innocent in this situation. I feel like we're just getting put into
If you don't
something that we had
agree,
nothing to do
I'll have
with.
no choice but to report everything
The
back to
Japanese
Father.
version, she calls everyone
Simple as that.
Baka. Love it.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
But why are we being called an
Well,
idiot?
I guess we're all in this together then.
We didn't do
After
anything.
we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move.
I
There's
call
no time to
bullshit.
lose.
We didn't
Let's
even
go.
have anything to do with this. Okay, well, time to go talk to Clairvy. I wonder just how many people who are playing this have not seen the trailer and don't have any idea who Clairvy is.
Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all.
If that's the case...
Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while.
I was about to say, if that was the case, why were you giving her food?
She really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
Uh-oh.
The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be.
Yeah-oh.
In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's
Test
the
subjects.
roster of
Okay, what does
people who've been
what does
executed.
Dottore have to do with this?
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
I'm gonna
Have
be
either
like,
of you heard of that name before?
I'm gonna be feeling nothing but
No.
pain while playing this. I wish
Me neither.
I wish that I hadn't seen that trailer now.
Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
Oh, she definitely does.
Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
She wants to see the Aurora.
Wish?
Oh wait,
It
no,
can be
sorry, I
anything you
spoiled.
want.
I'm so
Just
sorry.
imagine. It's your birthday.
I'm
you're
so
blowing
sorry.
out the candles. And your
Please, if
wish
you guys are this far into the
is-
game, please go watch the animated video. It's so good.
To go outside, where the sun can find me.
That's... it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Oh, well, that was creepy. Creepy flashbacks.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try.
Well,
to
I'm
find
glad
a
one
way
of
to
us
use
does.
Basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
I understood nothing other than the fact,
What should we do?
yeah, what are we doing?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter.
Look,
I don't
Lenny,
wanna drive
I
you
hate to be
too
the bearer
deep.
of bad
It's
news,
too
but we're
risky.
kind of involved in this no matter what, so, quit being an idiot. Or in the
Since
words
Father
of
considers you
Lynette,
to be guests,
don't be a baka.
maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic
I'm
bird.
sorry.
If Father suspects something, all you need to
They
do
want
is release
us
it when
to
she's
run
not
distraction
looking, and
on
it'll alert me that
Arlecchino?
Something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to
I'm
make
not
contact.
entirely sure that
We'll reconvene here
I
tonight after all's said and done.
I'm not
If the
entirely sure I'm up
worst-case
for that,
scenario
actually.
happens And we're discovered. Just tell
That sounds
Father
like a very
everything.
terrifying experience,
We're not
but
going to
this
let our
also
guests
means I get to
punished
hang out with
for our own
Arlecchino for an
actions. That's where
afternoon.
we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a tough decision, guys. Chat, what would you do? If you had this same opportunity, would you tell Lenny to go fuck himself, or would you want to go hang out with Arlecchino?
It has to go well.
Press 1 for hang out with
That's the only way
Arlecchino,
this can
2,
get resolved.
tell Lenny to go fuck himself. Oh, man. I'm curious, does YouTube still have its whole thing about like, oh hey, we don't like swears in our videos? I just remember like there was this whole thing where it's like, oh yeah, YouTube doesn't like swears. And I'm just like realizing, oh yeah, is that still a thing? I believe it is. Like there's this whole thing where it's like you have to censor it, but I can never tell. Or I think it's more like, okay, advertisers don't like it. Yo, imagine one day Fox just shows up on stream and is like, hey guys, I got sponsored by something that isn't Stream Elements. And it's an actual real thing. Yo, thank you. Okay, how do I read this? Oh, Henry. Hey, what's up, Henry? I assume that's how I'm supposed to read it. And there's Tartaglia. That is one child I definitely didn't want to meet while coming over here. Dang it! We just can't avoid him!
It's the knave and child.
Hey, Tartaglia.
What are you still doing?
Oh my gosh, that song will always pop into my head at the worst
I didn't
moment.
expect to run into you here.
Oh, you okay, man?
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that, now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered
Well,
up
it
all
sounds
my
like that was a
strength and
bad
made the
idea
journey
because,
back on
dude,
my
you
own.
sound sick.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
His duel with Corlend, I guess?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her.
What do you guys
Without any
think?
other
Skirk
leads,
eventually becoming
all
playable?
I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay. So, have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence,
Yeah, I'm pretty
certain
sure even they can't just
instances
track down
can
somebody
still
with the
manage
power to rip
escape
through
our
dimensions.
purview.
Just
Basically,
saying.
unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix.
I hate it
I
when I'm
just need
in
to
a
become
cutscene
stronger,
and I can
and
just
then-
see a chest just sitting there in the background.
I think she should focus on getting better first.
Very frustrating because it's like, Fox,
worst
why
of
is
it
that
is
chest
over.
not collected?
It's all thanks to that
Arlecchino's
one
boss
kid
theme
from
is the
House
best.
of the Hearth.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear it.
Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy.
Oh,
let me tell
no.
you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good because it looks like I really
Child.
do have to head back this time. The old
Child,
man's
you
been
should
putting the
not have
pressure on
taken
me.
those
He
potions,
said
my
someone would
dude.
tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a
Regrator,
little
which
longer.
one is that?
Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills.
Okay,
would
he
be
said
far
he,
more
so
interesting.
is that the
If you and I
big
could
one?
spar,
Is that the big
that
guy?
would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role.
Yeah, I still have no idea who that is.
Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return
the banker guy. Okay, gotcha.
Dignitaries. What a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Looks like bye. Okay, I know who you mean now.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're
just casually trash talking their colleagues behind their backs? Who doesn't trash talk their colleagues behind their backs?
The House of the Hearth. To what do
like,
I
let's be real here. Who doesn't?
Well, we just,
wanted to learn more about you.
Right.
Basically, we're here to ask you out on a date.
But we still don't know much about you.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh,
only half Satanaku?
There's only so much.
I don't think there's a single one of them that's actually right in the head.
At least tell us something a little extra.
Like, not a single one.
Why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
Well, why not?
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Why not?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave.
Your head is trying to counter that. Like, you can't even you can't even like say that Tartaglia isn't fucked up in the head. It's like this guy's a battle maniac. He's probably the most normal of them. About the House of the Hearth.
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
Like, seriously, the fact that that child is literally probably the most sensible of all of these members is kind of insane.
Would I betray them?
Uh-oh.
You've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you?
Ooh.
At least, that's what I heard.
Tartaglia, you are about to get smacked. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it!
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Rooster? Okay, the Nate betrayed the House of the Hearth?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing
Oh,
much.
that one. Okay.
Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
I think it's more likely that it's the truth.
Hardly.
It's just that,
I appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue.
basically, it's more complicated than it
Although
seems,
it
which...
would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing.
That's what
the
I
real
figure, is
truth
that
behind
it's
certain things,
true from
an
a certain point of view.
attribute that I find to
I'm
be
guessing
quite
the rooster
advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian,
had
for
some kind of
example,
business with
and
the
people will
old
assume all
with
sorts
the
of
old
things,
knave,
when the real truth
and
is that this is simply the land where I was
as a
raised.
result of it all, Arlecchino's doing what she's done probably ruined that deal.
With the prophecy and everything.
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted
AKA,
extra information,
she actually did this
didn't
to save Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid
you stayed in
talking about
Fontaine for the
herself.
kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them.
I have a
Apologies.
question.
Looks like I was holding
Why
on to some
is it that they
prejudices
don't let
myself.
Lumine and Aether
Good.
voice act?
Like I said,
They have voice actors.
I like it
Use
when others
them.
have misconceptions of me.
Like, okay, I
Actually,
understand
while I
if you want to make it to
recuperating
where
at
it's
the
like,
House
oh,
of the
hey,
Hearth, there was
we're
something
not
else
going to
that
use
really
voices
caught
for the
my
dialogue
attention.
choices,
I
but
heard
there
that
are scenes
members
where
always
we're not
resolve
making
disputes
choices
and
and the
arguments with a
character is
friendly
able to
spar,
think
and
and
the
say
loser has to
things.
back down.
Use them.
Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
Oh, shit.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Who said that?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming.
Would I say she's late
Once
20?
Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
Maybe.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes
Late 20s,
obsessed
early
with
30s.
plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, while Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
That sounds hilarious, actually. As the conversation shifts to the topic of Tonya, and she's very good at shifting conversation. I'm not going to lie.
Well, would you
New
look at the
fear
timer?
unlocked for
I should
child.
probably get going.
Oh,
Traveler,
man.
climb on.
Arlecchino
I'm
has
not sure where our paths will cross
way...
next, but the
Sorry,
next time we run
Arlecchino
into
has
each other,
way more
we should
respect for
definitely try
me
and find
because
some
of
time to
that.
spar.
Dude, are you sure that you're okay?
Maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
Thank you, Paimon.
All right.
I'm not
Well,
usually one to be
thanks for
concerned
everything,
for
Arlecchino.
Tartaglia or anything like that. But
No thanks
yeah,
necessary.
dude,
You also played a
go
part
get
in
better,
obtaining
please.
Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do
What's
you
up,
wanna
Bonzer?
head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
What do you see?
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I
Is
have some
every
things
character...
to think
Okay,
about.
so
Apologies for
I'm
not
curious,
attending to you like
do
a
you
proper
guys
host.
know why the game is
Please
called
forgive
Genshin
this
Impact?
slight.
Because I never
I do hope
questioned
you
it.
have
I
a
just
pleasant
was always like,
stay.
okay, well, they decided to name the game Genshin. I only just recently learned that the reason for that
good thing Child was there to keep the
is
conversation
because
going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
the word Genshin was basically like something like a name for new divinity or something like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, it was basically the vision holders were not called vision holders, they were called Genshin. But the English translation didn't really have an equivalent phrase for that, so they just straight up said, okay, hello. We're just gonna call them vision holders. I guess they felt like Gods on the Rise was not exactly gonna be a fun phrase. So, how'd the outing with the Clervy go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue.
What do you mean?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
She's a vampire! Yes, Satonica, you figured out the secret!
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case.
I mean,
Well, we could always try...
that's not
Let's
entirely
do it.
true. I'm afraid of heights, but I would still kind of, you know, I would still wish to experience a plane ride. I still probably wouldn't want to get on the plane, though, because of the fact that I'd always be afraid is like, what if lightning struck an engine while I was on the plane, and then therefore the plane crashed, and then I died?
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
I guess that would prove that my fear of flying was pretty on point, but damn, Satanaku, really?
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
Look, we split them between the 5 of us.
Section. Here.
Yeah, exactly. Just split it between the 5 of you. Well, knowing Paimon, I'm gonna end up doing 2 sections.
Landois, Chambert, Horaire.
Nope.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's
Why?
giving Paimon the
We've seen
creeps.
plenty of people who look like that.
I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Oh, so he's dead.
Wait, so that means the knave...
The plot twist being that the knave
It may
actually
seem cruel,
said...
but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please.
I think the plot twist here is going to be is that the
So,
knave
if you
made
do
sure that
try
he
to
got
leave,
out without too much trouble.
okay
I
with
think
your
that would be
life.
kind of interesting. But yeah, no, I could see it if that guy's just dead.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete.
And if she's a ghost, that means
It
she
only
has
contains
to have been a
records dating
part
back
of the
around
hearth,
5 years.
the House of the Hearth,
Let's shift our
sometime
attention
prior to 5 years.
Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something.
You were thinking about fish
I
soup.
managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but
Made
notice
him
that
join the
atmosphere in
Genshin
house was a little strange.
Which Genshin fanfic? I'm curious.
Strange.
Did she curse him to
Yeah,
join the
I mean,
Omegaverse?
I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example.
Because honestly, that's a pretty damn
Oh,
good
those are
punishment.
two of the people that we met while delivering supplies.
The ship
See how
ones?
they might not get along.
Some of those
Very
are
different
fine. The Omegaverse is
vibes,
awful.
And their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members
But
of
it
the
seems like
House of
such a
the
nice
Hearth,
place.
We're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot
I am a
and
member of the
Fultz are
Fatui.
loyal to
There, I said it
Father
out
and
loud.
her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
Oh, shit.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
What's Project Stuja? Someone want to explain that to us?
What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrator have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Okay, and that means what exactly? Tell us what the project
Key
is.
role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is
So
subdue
basically,
us.
they're trying to shut down the House of the Hearth. That's what it sounds like to me.
Them feel uneasy.
Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big, and given how little Linny and the others seem to know about it, probably won't be able to learn much. So the fact that they're putting a lot of focus on this Project Stuza, this is either something that's going to come up in this current chapter, or it's going to be a main point in the next one. Can't wait to find out about 4.7.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying.
It means
And that fear
cold.
is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
What are they doing? Planning to bring about the Ice Age all over Tevat?
Would make everything go back to normal.
I guess that
But it
would
looks like
give,
things are
you
more
know,
complicated than I thought.
the Archon of Ice a lot of power.
And the others to their own devices,
As if she doesn't probably already
sooner
possess
or
the power to
later,
freeze a
Father
whole
will be
planet.
forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well,
Okay.
it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
What are they gonna do? You know, besides confront
Good work today,
Arlecchino
everyone.
and possibly die.
Have a good night.
You know, sometime within
I'll
the
see you
next
tomorrow.
5 seconds. It's all good, right? We all agree, someone's about to die, right? Like this, Your mind races with all sorts of thoughts. You try to rest.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all.
Wait, is it still night?
Hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
She's behind us, isn't she?
It's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry...
I would swear she's probably...
You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
You can just hide behind me.
Trust is effort, Traveler.
Oh, hey, it's Clairvy.
Look over there.
What's she doing over there?
Catch up with her before anyone sees.
Clairvy, where are you going? You can't just go run. Actually, is it night? I don't know. Like, we went to rest, and it seemed as if we rested. The dialogue seemed to indicate that we did. But everything else seems to indicate that this was still being done in the middle of the night.
Someone needs assistance.
I wish I had an actual team with the Traveler that was actually workable, and I would be using it during this story point. Also, there's a part of me that realizes, Fox, maybe a good idea would be to change your team and maybe not try to fight Arlecchino with your level 40 Arlecchino? That seems like a pretty bad idea. It is still the... Okay, it's the middle of the night, I see.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Bubbles Traveler. What is everyone's favorite form of Traveler? Personally, I like Electro Traveler the best. Animo Traveler the second. I gotta say, it's a big toss-up between my least favorite of Geo or Hydro. Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless.
Oh, I tend to forget Dendra. Okay, yeah, I'd put Dendra at probably third.
Could have than try to make
Hydro and
right?
Hydro and Geo just they aren't very fun.
Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Nah, we're
Freeloading
good.
as a family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor.
Oh no.
Experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Mother?
What?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again.
You guys heard that too, right? The audio just
Perry
skipped for a second.
She'd understand.
Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
Specifically, she used the term mother, not father.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't
She's a
tell if
spirit. It could
actually
be
talking
anything.
to us, or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
It's probably the latter.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer.
I really want to see Arlecchino
looks so
just
young.
step up behind them
But it seems like she's been through a
in
lot.
complete surprise.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight. Perry
Oh,
and I
no.
promised each other
No.
that once we're older,
The animation. Sorry, the animated
But I
trailer was
can't
so
find her.
good.
I'm worried
It's killing
she's
me to
lost
see
again.
this.
No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Please, just have Arlecchino pop up out of nowhere. It would be amazing. Ah, damn it. Lost opportunity.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
Well, obviously she's a ghost who's trapped in the past.
We've got an early morning
But to be
tomorrow.
fair, if I didn't see that trailer, I would have no idea what's going on either. But I think the fact that she used the term mother would have clued me in and would have had me being like, well, why'd she use this phrase when everyone else calls them
we're all
father?
here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
I have a question. What is it? Have the Knave and Doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kind of ran into Clairview last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous. And he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
Father would
Saying,
work with him.
oh, he did all sorts of bad things is kind
We're
of
not
underselling
really
it
on the
there,
same
Paimon.
side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
And
Secret
that experiment would be what exactly?
Would that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
But
well, that's
I
good
am
because
asking you to
I don't
trust
agree
us
with
on this.
anything that has to do with the
The House
Fatui.
of the Hearth has
You
its
guys
own
have one of my
principles.
one of my most annoyed
There are certain
characters.
lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to
What
think
is the
that
line
Neve
that
and
you're
the
not willing to
Doctor work
cross exactly?
together
Do you
to
draw the line
something
only at human
horrible.
experimentation?
If that
Because
turned
I'd
out
like
to
to
be
remind
true,
you, you have a
Paimon
little
doesn't know how
poisons
he would even
expert that
face
is
you guys.
more than willing to
It's just
secretly
that
give you
It
poisons.
doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
Well, then the obvious answer is it's something she experienced
easiest
that
thing
may
to
not
do
have
would
to
be
do with
just
the House of the
ask them
Hearth as it
directly,
is now,
Paimon
but how it
doesn't think she
was.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Why me?
Lynette, you're with me.
Why
Feminine,
me?
You know what to do.
Why
Be on
don't
your
one of
guard,
you go
everyone.
talk with her? I'm sure it wouldn't look so
right,
strange
let's get to
for
it.
one of her children to want to speak with her. Like, seriously, would it be that unusual? Why are they using me as the scapegoat? She scares me. She is extremely attractive, and I don't do well with attractive people. Especially if I'm attracted. The best I would be able to say is no. Nah, like if I was in person, I would not be able to say a word to this woman. She is very scary. To be fair, that might also have to do with the fact that I have like zero social skills. What about you guys? You think you guys could kick up a conversation with her confidently?
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
Ask her who Perry is.
Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess we asked
Although
questions
I must
yesterday.
confess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Busted!
Us? Distract you?
He's a platypus.
Good one. But no.
Hold on, I gotta send a text.
We were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have
Okay.
any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
So I got a text, and I gotta go check this out for a second. So we're gonna take a quick short break, everybody, and I'll be back as fast as I can. As fast as I can.